Well, welcome to Mystic Moons. How is everyone? Hope everyone is great. And today we're going to get in our psychic invisible shuttle, and we're going to go a few months ahead of ourselves. We're going to go in time travel. We're going to see, hey, whoever wins the election, Biden or Trump, what difference does it make? What difference? What's the difference? What is the difference is it going to make? You have to ask yourself, oh, well, come on. We all know this and that. True. We all know this and that. However, the bottom line is, do we really have two separate parties? Two separate ideologies? I don't think so. How much money just went to Ukraine? How much money? Billions and billions and billions and billions. How much money went to the Middle East? Billions and billions and billions. How much money goes into war? How much money? And they're all for it too. You know what gets me too, I must say? Every time they say, like the demonstrations on the college campuses, for instance, pro Gaza, pro this, pro Israel, blah, blah, blah. The point of the matter is, whose blood is going to be shed? The old fogies or the ones doing the demonstrating? Who the hell wants to be killed and go to war? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. War is murderous, barbaric insanity. It's mangled bodies. It's dead bodies. It's not, oh, I feel so good. We won this battle. Like you're some Charlemagne character from the Middle Ages. No, no, it's not like that. It's nasty. It's killing. It's poor people's blood. It's young people's blood. It's the blood of the nation. Of a nation. I mean, you take the Ukrainians, for instance, they're being decimated. Every time your goddamn taxpayer money goes off, it's killing more Ukrainians. It's depleting the Ukrainian population. Do you know how many has been killed and ran away? And even now, Zelensky's saying, all Ukrainians all over the planet Earth, you must report back to headquarters, to Ukraine, and get killed. Fight the Russians, the Russians, the Russians, the Russians. Wow, that's a lot of incentive. A lot of incentive to come back home only to be slaughtered. Slaughtered senselessly, too. Are you, keep in mind, in Ukraine, the average monies the people make is like $600 a month. That was before the good times with Russia and the war over Donbass, etc., which is the breadbasket and mineral honeypot of the area. And why are we fighting? Why are we killing each other? Aren't we two four-chambered hearts, bipeds? We all have the same wants and needs. We want to live nicely. We want to live comfortably. We want peace. Huh? Peace. Not a P-I, a P-A. Peace. Give me the biggest piece of pie, which is a crock of shit. Biggest piece of the pie. Oh, why are we fighting and killing each other? Why? We don't even know. Do you know? Do you know why we are killing each other? And and in the nerve of why, in fact, why are all these countries, when they have internal programs, France has internal programs, Poland has internal programs, the U.S. has internal programs. In fact, if we were fighting somebody right in like the U.S., for instance, right, reparations for the blacks in slavery. What about the reparations for the Native Americans, the Indians who were killed and their land was confiscated? What about the poor whites who came over here as indentured servants and they never got a piece of shit? Huh? What about all these inequities? What about the Chinese working in the railroad, laying all the tracks, and how much did they get paid? Dirt cheap, dirt cheap. And what do they get out of it? Go back to China, right? This is crock of bull. It's a crock. Division, 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 division. Oh, yeah. Or trying to replace the great placements theory. No. It's just to keep up agitation, agitation. When we are one people. And that's why we have one party, the Uniparty. The Uniparty. Oh, yeah. Everybody, oh, we must fight Russia. Excuse me? Excuse me? I said, no win, no win. Everybody knows it. Ukraine is lost. And what's happening in the Middle East? Bang, 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 bang. Come on. Who created Hamas? Tell me. Go look it up. Go look it up. Who created all this mess? Aren't the same people who created all this strife still operating and giving their little like barbs behind in their mansions? Isn't Zelensky, how many houses does he have? How much cash does he have? He has his private airplane, his high-speed shuttle, his speedboat ready to run away in a nanosecond. He's mouthing off, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you for liberty. There's no liberty. There's only gain, profit, and also despair. That's all there is. That's all there is. Gain, profit, and despair. Anyway, let's see. Let's just see now. What does it really? Are we okay? So we're geared. We've already said you don't need to go to college. Stay ignorant. Stay stupid. We have a lot of useless majors. As though reading a book was going to rot your mind. And then we have a lot of prepaid agitation. All those useless gender studies. Blah 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 blah. Come on. It's point of ridiculousness. It's an insult to our collective mentalities. You know, instead, okay, so we have open borders. Come on into any country, any Western country. Come on into the United States. Fine, come on in. And what are we teaching them in school? We're teaching them all your pronouns, your 85 pronouns, and we're teaching them like, you can become, you can masturbate in the second grade, and drag queens was showing the junk out, stuff like that. Instead of the fact that we're opening our borders, as such, we should be teaching French and Spanish because that is the North and South language, the majority language. English, French, and Spanish in the first grade, second grade. Can't they all say "Hola, cómo estás"? No. Instead, we're doing nonsense. Nonsense, 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 nonsense. Anything to make you dumber and stupid. Oh, it's so infuriating. You see these people who are running the show, 80s, 90s, etc., 70s. These people matured when they went to school in the elementary ages, elementary school. See Spot run. Spot can run. Can Spot run? Run, run, run. I mean, duh. Isn't there a difference? Isn't there a difference? Besides thinking how much skin in the game they have at that age anyhow, when they should be advisors, they're going around planning your demise. They're going around planning your demise and going, oh, I'm going to get a second mansion. A third mansion. I have a summer home. I have a house by the ocean, by the lake. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what do you have? A cardboard box? A basement apartment? Huh? What? A rental? Fees keep on going up? Job insecurity? What do you get? What do you get when you're going, rah, rah, freedom, freedom? No, no, no. That's why people are like agitated and they're angry because they have sucky futures. Sucky. And you have people that are so damn rich, they can't even remember the last time they skipped breakfast, lunch, or dinner. All they want to do is to make sure, and what do you do? Watch, 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 watch. I mean, I think people of a certain age, look at Zelensky. Anyone from 18 to 60, get the hell back to the homeland, and join the army and get killed, right? 18 to 60, isn't foretelling a future of all countries that get involved in these century-old disputes Century-old disputes. Century-old disputes. I mean, don't we have enough right here? Every country has enough going on in their own backyard, front yard, that they could take care of their own business. They could take care of their own business. Have we taken care of America's business, United States business? Or with the United States? The United States. Don't we have enough problems here? Don't we have enough things to do? We have people that were warriors living in, babbling aimlessly in the street because they don't know where to go, don't know how to put their lives back together. They're shattered people. And what do we say? Oh, you can smoke pot. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm stoned today. Woohoo, woohoo. Excuse me? So you're like up in your own twisted salad bowl in your head, and you're going like, oh wow, this is really, really cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. And you're driving around stoned, acting stupid. Oh, it's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. Uh-huh. Really? No, it's not about you. How many people are driving around today, right this minute, stoned in the United States on their cars? You can't even count them. They do it. How many people are drunk? Oh, I have my liquor, I have my drinks, I have this, I have that. It's so. How are you supposed to love? How are you supposed to get your career going? How are you supposed to exist? Okay, let's see now. While we rant and rave, let's throw a few cards. Let's see now. Does it matter? Does it really, really matter if it's a Republican, Trump, or a Democratic Biden? As to the beginning, as to firmly saying World War III is here. 1, 2, 3, World War III. We have the Middle East. We have Africa. We have Ecuador and Mexico. We have Ukraine, and we have the Baltic countries. We have NATO. Where is the peace? Where's the peace party? Where's the party that wants to explore the universe, speak different languages? I mean, it's all about control. You will eat goddamn bugs and live in a shed. Is this it? I mean, while they live in palatial mansions and eat whatever they choose, it's not. It's a non-issue. It's a non-issue. It's a non-issue. So why are we talking about more murderous acts, violence, shattering dreams? It's bad enough the college students had COVID lockdowns. I won't even go into that one. But it's bad enough they had that. Now they have, oh, you can't just do what you're told. You can't demonstrate. You can't do anything. You can't talk about genocide. You can't talk about crap unless, we sanction it. And then they say you're a terrorist for talking about this, and they act like, oh, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They feel in their guts their lives are effing doomed. Don't you understand? Old people, young people, people that want to have families, people that want to have homes. What are the alternatives? Oh no, we're just gonna give more weapons and more this and more that, and we're gonna we. Old people running the scene. What kind of culture are we really cultivating here? All right, this is 3 cards. Now we're going to see, we're asking some kind of clue as to what difference does it make if Biden or Trump become president. It will still have the same direction: World War III, anarchy, dictatorship, you do as I say, blah, blah. How can you spend thousands and thousands and millions and billions of dollars, US dollars, for weapons without having bridges, houses, jobs, food processing plants, fertilizing plants, trains, highways, all falling apart. Planes, you get on a plane, you're lucky the damn thing could take off, and you're in one piece. The wings are falling off, the wheels are falling off. Maybe because everybody's so stoned. Maybe. Oh, I thought I did like it. Yeah, you thought so because you were maybe high on some kind of legal pot. Well, it's legal now. I could smoke pot. Uh-huh. Hello. Hi, how are you? Yeah, isn't it disgusting? I mean, where everybody just wants to just wants to do it. I mean, just like, what the hell kind of life can you have? Good, good, good. No, Zane. Am I pronouncing it right? Zan. That's a nice name. Zena. No, Zena. Zena. That's right. Probably Zena. Yeah, it's really like, it's really, really harsh to have. What kind of future do you have whenever your country wants to throw you away? How can you have a love? How can you have a family? How can you even have a career other than panic, nerves, 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 nerves? I don't understand how come everybody's so effing agitated about people, young people, people that want something out of life, being agitated about all the murderous vibrations, the negative energy. Is it positive? Oh, we have a work plan. No, no, no. We have a death plan. Now look at this. We have the chariot. All right. Okay. We have the chariot. And we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. That is the message of fire. It could be the message of war. And then we have the Four of Swords. All right. Let's see now. 4 months from now is what? This is May, June, July, August. August. All right. In 4 months after August, that says September. That gives 2 months. 2 months. 2 months. 2 months before we know that it's just like, could it be World War III in 2 months? Sana, can you answer that? What do you think is going to happen? At the rate all these countries are giving money to money for tanks, money for this, money for bombs. You can't fight Russia. Isn't that insane? Little tiny country fighting this much of territory. Oh, bullshit. Do you know how many? And we seem to forget in certain countries that the Russians in the Second World War had 27 million of their kinsmen killed by the Nazis. They don't every time they can't even say the word Ukrainian without saying Ukrainian Nazis. That's the way that they think. That's the way that they experience. That's their experience. Right. I mean, Zana, what do you think? Tell me. What do you think? Doesn't this make you? It's like, where is the growth? Where is the peace? Where is the life? How can you make a future for yourself when all these fat cat politicians are like going kill, 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 kill? It's disgusting. There's no future. So basically, we're saying, does it make a difference? Is Biden or Trump as the president of the United States? We have the move card, the chariot. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, that's a message. And then we have the pause card, like a 4 months. It says after August, September. Is September going to be the fly month? I wonder, can we wait that long? What's going to happen in September? Oh, there's no answer about either or. Either or. So let's see what this wait card is about. All right. Let's see. Let's take 2. All right. We have the 3 of Cups and we have the Empress. All right. Now, what the heck are we going to wait for? An announcement? Empress. Receptive announcement. Well, they're not going to say next week everybody's going to war. No, no, no. They're building it up. Building it up. Building it up. It's still vague. It's still vague. I can't really discern anything like is going to make it other than a message is coming and it's moving and you're going to be a 4-month wait. And the message still needs more diving. All right, now let's take a couple of cards, random cards. Let's see this Knight of Wands. And we have the World and we have the Ace of Cups. Now, well, we have an emotional statement for the World. And since we have the Knight of Wands, we can assume that it is a fiery one. We can assume. Let's see the Chariot, the move card. All right. Let's see now. All right. 2. All right. Now, took 2 cards. Now we have the High Priestess under the Chariot. Super receptive. All right, now. And then with the apathy of walking away, the 7 of Cups. No, the 8 of Cups. All right, now. I'm going to change decks. Let's change decks. Is it going to make any difference? Well, it could be a Trump victory because just on the basis of it's the economy, stupid. Economy sucks. And there could be celebration, but it is a tempered one. The move card is just changing the figurehead. It's the same trip. It's the same trip. We're opening ourselves up to an emotional bloodbath. Let's see now. How can we live? How can we love? How can we have a life? How can we? How can we? How can we? How can we have a life? How can we have a life? I don't understand it. How can we have a life when people are being killed senselessly? For what? For what? For what? For what? Real estate? How can we be decimating Ukrainian people? How can we be decimating anyone? How can we so easily kill each other? How come we're not focused on how come we're not focused on really who we are and what we're doing here and who's running the show here? All we have is a bunch of colonialists, NATO, which they all have their Asian, African, Middle Eastern workforce countries. They pildered, that's the right word, They robbed the wealth and artifacts. And then they're coming back to stop you eating. Stop everyone eating. What was the purpose of all this colonialistic crap? For you to go around and sing songs and go oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. No, we don't love it. We're suspicious. We're wondering what shoe is going to collapse next. All right, now let's see. This one. All right. Now let's see. Oh, let me see. First of all, it doesn't want to open. The Ace of Swords, the message. That's essentially the message is we're on the move. Maybe there was a change between Biden and Trump. Okay? So let's say Trump gets in. Could be the message. And we have temperance. Maybe in this emotional statement to the world, this emotional, Trump has won, the Republicans have won, the other side of the uniparty. As we say in Native culture, left wing, right wing, same bird. All right. We have temperance. And, try to chill things out. Chill. And we have the 10 of vessels. All right. So, rainbows and gumdrops. But is this really rainbows and gumdrops? Let's dive in some more. Is it really happiness no matter what? Are we really just chattel livestock for someone else? Are we citizens or are we farm animals? Livestock. I mean, we can't say this, we can't say that. Our intellectual curiosity is totally being crunch. Our vocabulary is shrinking daily. Before next, we'll just be able to say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. That's it. Shut up. That'd be the thing. Shut up. Yes, no, and not. We cannot say shut up, but we'll be attuned to that being said to us. Us. Shut up. Don't go there. We're already being told to shut up. Back in the day, you had posters on bulletin boards outside, posters on the poles, notes that you could stick out on the street until they decided that was too much freedom and you were becoming called a litter bug. Please use the electronic wires so we can watch what you say and we can see what you say. Not good. All right, let's pick up two more. Now, let's see. All right. Okay, this one. And shuffle a little bit more. And let's see. Where does it really matter who is elected? It's the same. Is it the same? All right. Now, who is elected? Who? Does it matter? We're still going to World War III. In fact, I would take this 10 of vessels as a pro World War III. It's certainly not like birthday candles. No. All right. Let's see here. All right. Now we have the Ace of Wands. I mean, not the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the message. The message as the Chariot, and we have the High Priestess, and we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. That sounds like despair. Here we have the Apprentice of Swords. Okay. And this one we have the Magician. So I would say this Apprentice of Swords and the Magician could be, getting the little people, the population, to agree to fall under the spell of the message, the idea of change, when there is no change. The idea of change. The move card. The move card. The chariot. The move. The move. The change of regime. So I would say, okay, Trump wins. Trump wins. Okay, Trump wins. Everybody, all right, we're going to have real make America first. No. We're going to have war. War. That's how we're going to make you first in casualties. And here we have the champion of swords. All right, we know what that is. And we have the two of swords under temperance. And we have a lot of hope and suppression. We have suppression of hope because it's too far gone. It's too far gone. It's too far gone. I mean, we have the Ace of Cups. The emotions are like riding high, right? We have the world. The world is quaking for peace, quaking for a solution. We don't want to kill each other. I do not want to kill Russians. Russians do not want to kill me. All right, we understand. 1967, the USS Liberty was attacked, for instance, just for instance in time. And who was it attacked by? It was attacked by the Israelis, except at the time it wasn't told what was by the Israelis. And it plunged the country, the nation under war, which later was found out that it was like a friendly alliance who did this, our alliance. So, I mean, anything, a tinderbox, you have to keep level. Is it when you have the champion of swords and you have the two of swords? That is a very controlled temperance. That is a very controlled temperance. And it's trying to find a way to gaslight and keep people quiet while the message, the Knight of Wands, goes strong. The fire. The shot that started the war. The war's already been started. We all know that. I mean, the bridge in Baltimore. A couple of days ago, yesterday, I think, a train just blew up. Gasoline blew up. Everything is happening over and over again. How many things have blown up? Oh, it's just a bird pooped on it. Yeah. Here we have the four of vessels and the three of coins. No, not the three of coins. The eight of coins. The eight of coins. And we have the four of vessels. All right, wait and see. It's interesting that we have the four of vessels. We have the four of swords. And it's interesting that Trump gets elected. Let's say Trump gets elected. And everybody thinks that it will be a change. Change from what to what? Are we going to start building new bridges? What money? Are we going to start feeding everybody nicely? With what? Everything is like blown apart. Everything is down. Are we going to start caring? How can we care when we're still preaching killing, murder? War is more murder. We are right. WAR. War. Huh? War. Do you think it's a concert? Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber contact, whatever concert. You think this is fun? Killing is fun? No, living nicely is fun. We have to change our ways. We must have change. Is there any room in this equation for change? Why do we still have just two parties? All the diversity we have in this country. We've always had a lot of diversity in this country. We had a lot of silent Voices. I mean, how long have women been voting? Wasn't it something in the 1900s? The women were allowed to vote. Women, biological women, were allowed to vote. We're in the wrong direction, masses, people. We're in the wrong direction all over the world. We should put our foot down and say, stop it. Stop giving us bullshit. How are we going to change? How are we going to change? Are we going to wait for a flying saucer? We have flying saucers, of course. Saucers, of course. Circular vessels, we see all the time. Come on. Anybody knows you could take nitrogen and filter it through the helium and the oxygen and get propulsion that way. All right? Anybody knows. It's, a little bit more complicated than that, but basically, it's not like, it's not exactly all that difficult. Even in terms of like making things, like the cell phones, like Apple and who else is there? Makes um, well, there's a couple companies that make a lot of smartphones, cell phones, and but you can just buy the Raspberry Pi gadgets and make it yourself. How can we not just pull it together? We don't. We're very resourceful people. We can do more than kill each other. We can live together in peace and harmony. Of course, maybe, the payoffs. Ah, thank you. Android, Samsung. Yes. Yes, yes. We can make our own devices. It's not that hard. You can make your own damn robot too. It's not difficult. Instead of like, thinking about like, I'm in the wrong, my penis doesn't belong to me. My vagina doesn't belong to me. I'm like 2 years old and like, I want to be a boy. I want to be a girl. Oh, forget it. Just study. Study. Use that brain of yours between your ears. Stop playing games with life. Advance. Advance. Even now, you watch some kind of entertainment, public entertainment. It's very hard to watch entertainment when you think about the stars that are involved. What did they go through? What casting couches and degradation do they have to go through to be in front of your face? How about the same with music? What do you see selling? Sex, behind, tits, demons? Oh, please, come off it. It's boring. Here's a little spider. Ding, 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 ding. The spider web. It's just weaving us to nowhere. Nowhere. Consensual nowhere. Oh, when are we going to demand more quality out of our life, people? Huh? Tell me. When are we going to demand more from people that's supposed to be serving us? France, I asked you the same question. French people, when are you going to be demanding more from your leadership? The same with England. Come on. Pampered boys, millionaires, billionaires. They don't even know what it is to skip a meal, a glass of water. Do they drink the same tap water as the masses? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, and what is the future? Oh, you will, eat bugs and have nothing. Hardy har har. Hardy har har. That sounds just groovy. Just groovy, to use an antiquated phrase. Why can't we just be building our own things? Why is all this stuff going like ballistic? Why? I think we're looking at the answer. A politician should be made to serve the masses, serve the people, and then go, oh, we have the collective energy. Uh-huh. If the collective energy is rotting, if the collective energy is like discontent, oh, I think we'll have to kill, 6 million people before you can have, a content civilization, a content society. Uh, that sounds rank. That sounds rank and rather, stupid. How long are we going to keep on pushing stupid? Murderous, bloodthirsty, stupid. That's a question we have to ask ourselves about World War III. And if we re-elect Biden, re-elect Trump, what are we going to have? They're both pro-war, pro-killing. Are their children going to go fight? No, no. We are. Our children are. Are we that happy to see our children not succeed? Our children not to have a nice life? Do we think that if we slaughter a whole bunch of Russians or a whole bunch of Chinese, that we're going to have a better life? That's such a crock of bullshit. You know that. You know in your hearts. You know in your higher energy that's not true. And furthermore, you also know what do you have in common with the billionaires and millionaires if you're not one yourself? If you have to worry about putting a couple taters on the stove that you made yourself, what do you have in common about people that have chefs, cooks, and oh, I think I'll have that. Da, 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 da. Nothing. 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 And what can you hope to have in common? And do you ever notice that, like, you struggle and you, like, you study well in school and you do this and you do that, and you're, like, pleasant to be around and you seemingly work hard for your achievements. And then somebody comes along and, like, poof, oh, that person is getting too close to me. I have to get rid of that person. This is the inequity and the uncomfortableness of the discontent among people. Our society, our worlds are big enough for achievers. We need to change our focus. We can't be thinking about division just because of epidermis and dress style. It's bullshit. We have to think about ideology. Everyone should examine the ideology they exist under and see how different it is and where it's going. Total control. We're going to control you. Control what? Control what? Are these some reptilians or some kind of some kind of like alien species that's running us into like some kind of like livestock farm, meat farm? No, we have to examine and we have to have conversation. We have to explore our minds, our dimensions. We are more powerful than just killing machines for each other. Has anybody seen any footage of like war scenes? It's horrible. I mean, real scenes, not like Hollywood, Bollywood. No, I'm talking about real scenes of mangled bodies. It's horrible. And that's what we're promoting. It's theater. It's nasty theater. World War III is not. That's what they're on the campus for. They're trying to stop having World War III. They want negotiations. We want negotiations. We want to talk, not kill. Talk. We want to have an elevated educational system. But of course, that will be shot down. Then have it among yourself. Have it among yourself. Have it among yourself. And stop calling people names, replacement theory and reparations and all this crap. We don't want the money to go for more war. We need it to put on our people of beautiful, diverse, beautiful people that really want to have a life. Don't you want to have a life? You want to like ask questions. You want to greet each other. So we asked ourselves when we vote this coming election, how different is either Trump or Bush? Both pushing More and more war. They're pushing war. Who is not pushing war? Hmm? Who is not pushing war? Who is not pushing war? We can go biblical on this, but ask yourself, who is not pushing war? Now we'll do a final cut on this. On top of the light readings, dark lights. Let's see. All right, the message. All right, let's see. Oh, here it seems like on this side, like Trump will definitely be getting, it's all Trump. He's gonna make change. We're gonna have like end of wars. We're gonna have peace. We're gonna have rebuilding the slaughter that's already happened. Of course, we can't bring the dead back to life. No, we can't do that. We're not. Once you're gone, you're gone. All right, there. Now let's see this one, and let's see over here. All right, now. The message is love, the lovers. The hangman. And the struggle card. Well, no matter which way it goes, it's a battle. And even if we stand still and do nothing, it still is. The wheels are set in motion. It's complicated. It's very complicated. And no matter how much phony rhetoric we listen to, it seems if we can't change our ways, if we can't change the message to value each other, well, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work. And the question is basically, do we have the incentive, the impetus to stop the destructive way we're going? Do we have the desire to stop? How are we going to stop these people who are compromised, some reason or another, to vote for more endless war, killings? It's a battle. It is a battle. And it's going to take a lot of love. It's going to take a lot of love. A lot of love. And sometimes we're not going to feel like giving a lot of love. It's easier to go, I hate you, and it's to say, I love you. For some reason, it's easier. So, and even when they draw out people that are icons, celebrities, stuff like that, the bottom line is, how much love do we have for each other? Do we have to sing and dance? And can't we just be real people to each other? That's how much reality can we express in the coming months now? Can we stop this? We're not going to stop demonstrating. The people are not going to say, like, okay, you win. There is no winning. There's no winning. There's no winning. There's only losing. Remember that. There's no winning. No. It's only losing what we already lost. If that makes any sense? We are only losing. We're losing more each day. How do we do this? How do we do this? How do we do this? Well, how do we do this? It's hard. It's probably the hardest thing we ever, keeping emotions down, and we're not in control. We're not in control to the onslaught of programmable emotions, programming. I guess in a way it's just saying pockets. Pockets can exist. Hi, how are you? Arisa. Hi. Sure. Sure. Can I ask you a question? What do you feel? I mean, what do you feel if there was war, World War III? What do you feel? Tell me. Can I ask you that? How do you feel about the war? The prospect of war, all the money that could be spent on making your life better is spent to kill somebody else, weapons and stuff like that. And the money, people don't even know where the money's going for. I mean, isn't this kind of sad? I mean, how can you love? How can you find someone you love? How can you really live a comfortable life? How can you, have a career that's going to take you where you want to take it? Tell me, how can you do this if there's World War III? Huh? Can we even survive? I mean, really? I mean, tell me, how can I like to hear from people, how can you survive? Ask me the question. I'm asking you, how, because anybody out there can tell me, how are you going to survive more chaos? Anybody? No, nobody can answer that. Even it's hard. How can anybody answer that? However, every day money comes out from all the governments to buy more weapons. It's very disheartening to see this happening. It's not good. It doesn't matter too if you think that you got it made, because that's almost a dream, getting it made. What, you're gonna have lots of money and you're gonna you have your underground. We won't survive the war. No. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna flip and just go nuts? I mean, I'm sure every day you see people that they just smoking pot, they're taking, other drugs, they're drinking, they're acting like schmucks, fools. I mean, they're just already acting out, right? Yeah. You won't survive a war. Do they? Maybe that's the whole goal. It could be. It could be. How can we change this? How can we change this? Are we going to go quietly to the guillotine? I mean, no. No, we're not. We want to build a society with people that love each other, people that have jobs, people that work on things, right? That's what we want. Even if we were farmers, you know, potato farmers, right? At least we would eat sweet potatoes. I mean, it'd be funny if they said, instead of saying, let them eat bugs, let them eat sweet potatoes. It's like, okay, I can eat sweet potatoes. And, something savory too, but, yeah, vile, vile people. And they're like going around with such attitude. Hideous people, hideous creatures. Yes, you know who you are, hideous creatures. Hideous. And what is the charm of the lifestyle that they are advocating? What is the charm? I see no charm. It's a spider web. It's horrible. Well, it just seems that we're like, it's not going to make any difference if not Bush, right? Bush. If what's his name, Trump or Biden get elected, because they're still advocating war, 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 war. Nobody's saying, I want everyone to have a backyard garden. No. I want everybody to get an education. No. Oh, and what do they say? Oh, you don't have to go to college. No, just go to get to plumber school and, spend your life in somebody's toilet. Oh, become an electrician. I think they're going to have robots for all these things. So what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to watch the NFL and drink beers and listen to, stupid songs and commercials. Okay. Sounds boring. Instead of saying, well, you can learn a foreign language. You can build your own computer. You can build your own cell phone. You can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that. You can purify your own water. You can clean up the mess that other people have made. No. It's like, oh, we must kill everybody off. Kill, 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 kill. We must kill the messenger so the message won't get off. Ah, it's still boring. Yes. And we do know that they do have, everybody knows there's a different level of what do you call it, weapons, aircraft. Everybody knows that. There's a lot of circular, everybody knows that something's going on. Something's going on. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. But what if people can do about it? What can we do? That's a good question. What can be done? When you go to a rally and you're going Biden, 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 Trump, 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 ask yourself, sir, what are you standing for? Huh? More war? Oh, we're going to join the NATO and keep the NATO going. Really? And what does NATO profess to do? Oh, we're going to protect you from the Russians. Put me to sleep. Yes, we will put you to sleep. Bang in your head. No, no, no. What message is this? Be afraid. Yeah, be afraid of my foreign neighbors because, we don't eat the same. We don't dress the same. We don't speak the same language. Even though we get cold, we get warm. We have all these bodily functions we serve. We both have in common, but we have nothing in common, right? Nothing. We're at the will of the millionaires, trillionaires, billionaires. Or are we? Are we? We can move objects with our minds. We can. That's why they have so much TV and movies and stuff. So you can't collect yourself. And that's why they have children, little kids. Look at your crotches. Look at your genitals. Don't think about like your will to, and your minds and your development and your empathy levels. No, think of your crotches. Why else? Why else? We need a complete overhaul. A complete overhaul. Who's brave enough to step up and start this overhaul? Who's brave enough? Who's human enough? Who is? Who is? Who is human? Who is non-human? This is all this reads about. This tarot is all about. Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the real leader to lead us forward? Who's going to be the real leader to bring peace on earth? And we're not talking about end times. We're not talking about post-apocalyptic, please. No. We're talking about who is rational. Who? Who? Is your leader, our leader, rational? Hmm. Maybe. Maybe not. If there's rationality, there would not be brutality. Oh, yeah. Some people deserve it. Yeah. And why we should examine that. Anyway, I'm going to bark off. Bark, bark. But it's interesting to note that both candidates supported in the United States, Trump and Biden, supported the $6 billion gift, taxpayer gift, to the ever-ending, never reaching the bottom Ukrainian war effort against Russia, because we must be very scared of our fellow humans, the Russians, because despots rule in certain places. And there can be no discontent, no other thought pattern. That's what the students, the college students, are all really ranting and raving for. Discussion, discussion, discussion. And one thing about, I would say, the youth of today, as well as some of the youth of yesterday's, that people spoke to them as though they mattered, not just hamburger meats. People spoke to them. And that's what they're asking for, to be spoken to, not dictates drummed at them and name calling and innuendos. They want discussion. That's why people scream, because they're not being heard. They're not being heard. They're just tired and scared. As we all are tired and scared. It's frightening not to make amends. It's frightening to say something, and it's frightening not to say anything. So let us realize that as it stands right now, if Trump or Biden get reelected, what difference does it make? What real difference does it make? We may have some fluff changes, but are we not going towards World War III? Are we going to stop? We're going to admit that Ukraine has lost. It's losing every day. You cannot have a little teaspoon of a country, as Ukraine is, fighting against an enormous space of people and land as Russia. Russians aren't stupid. Russians aren't thick-headed. They want to survive. They have aches and pains, and they have aspirations. Everybody does. It's time to get to the drawing table, people, and stop living in Peter Pan world. And citizens all over the world are saying, speak, speak, speak. But then again, as we have, U.S. Congress giving all the money again down the drain. I think Zelensky already has a mansion in Florida. He's already going to live it up. Like, he's going to actually live it up. Maybe with, plastic surgery, perhaps. But he's going to live it up. That's his aspirations. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dream on. Ukrainians are nice people. They deserve to live. Why must they be killed off? Gazians are nice people. Why should they be killed off? Israelis who don't belong to, go for Bibi's trip. Why should they be killed off? Mexicans and Ecuadorians who not agree, who get along together. Why shouldn't they not? Why should they be killed off? Sudanese, Nigerians, Somalians. Why should they be killed off? Iraqis, Iranians. Why should they be killed off? Why? Why? Who's gonna get the rocks off with murder? Oh, we're gonna. Why? Who's gonna be happy? Who is going to be happy? Tell me. Tell me if you're for this a war, between the United States and Russia, between the NATO countries, which are all really like crazy colonialists, the former colonizers of the Middle East, of Africa, of Asia, of South America, of North America. How can we like all of a sudden go, oh, you're so enlightened now. We love your art. We love your architecture. Did they go to college for that? I wonder were those, centuries old, plus, centuries with a plural, hundreds and hundreds of years old buildings. Hmm. We know so little because intentional, intentional. Share your knowledge. Don't share your gruesome details of your greed. Share your knowledge. Don't you think that we would love to know about this, and that? We'd love to know about Indians' ancient past, China's ancient past. I mean, remember, people, our Earth is 4.5 billion years old, and we've only had recorded history in 6,000 years worth of recorded histories that the masses are able to touch, to find out. Huh? Did you think we're missing something here? It seems to me that we're missing a hell of a lot. A hell of a lot. But is it enough that we're going to create murder and mayhem just because we're stupid and we're ignorant purposely? These are the questions we have to ask. What kind of world are we shaping up for? Trump, 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 Trump. Yeah, you can whatever you say about the last election. The past is the past. It's been accepted. And these trials. Oh please, what are we being just like emotionally like corralled? What change is there going to be? What change? Are we going to have a more educational, a more intellectual educational system? We might have the end to like, grown ass men showing their junk in front of little kids with wigs and makeup. We might have an end to that. Might, but they're already, damage is done in that area. And people find pleasure in it. Grown adults find pleasure in like parading like that in front of the children. You can't go to a nightclub. You used to go to a nightclub for that, and that was entertaining. Now you just go to like your kids' assembly hour and watch it. Hmm? Yeah, is that satisfying? I don't think so. I don't think so. No, we need a restructuring. We need a restructuring. We need to like really say lay down the gauntlet and say we demand more. We can give more. Who's going to listen? Oh, you left-wing people. Oh, you right-wing people. Oh, you conservatives. Oh, bullshit. Cut the titles. Cut the titles. That's like saying, do you want like a pizza, flat bread pizza, or do you want like a pizza or a Sicilian pizza? I mean, come on, pizza is pizza. I hate to say that in the same with pizza, but pizza is pizza. I mean, it's all the same. I mean, give us something more, show more, earn the trust. That's what we need. Everybody knows we won't survive the war. We won't survive a war. So it's almost as though you're asking people to flip out and like get insane. Hmm. It's interesting. Very interesting. Well, we should have who wants to live? Who wants to live? And what do you need to live? Who wants to live? People that make music, you should get up there and make your music. People that like dance, get up there and dance. You don't have to have your ass out and like, talk about, I'm doing this boy and that boy and this. I mean, really, can't we just like lift each other up without be talking about like genitals and stupid stuff? Can we stop being stupid? That's what psychic reading is all about. The psychic energy of humanity is not stupid. It's not stupid. Uh-uh. And there isn't a limit to psychic energy. It's a lot we can do. A lot. Let your mind drift. Think about what you want and then grab it. Take it, nurture it, build it. See where it takes you. You want to learn to speak different languages. Nobody's going to tell you, your psychic world is not going to tell you you're too stupid. No, because you know that you can extend yourself. Think within yourself. Feel within yourself and feel out. Stop listening to people that don't care for you, to know your power. As we're like, we can grow another pair of legs, grow more brain cells. We can. Think about it. Think about it. Okay, so maybe you won't have your leg is cut off. You growing another leg. Okay, I don't mean that in that literal sense. I mean you could grow inward, outward. You can grow in different dimensions. There's no stopping us. Of course, if you're going to watch yourself, you're going to be stoned and drink and whore around like some idiot, of course you're stunting yourself. Because you're like, you have all these guilt feelings. And you're telling yourself phony realities. Whoever said being on drugs was cool. When you're on drugs, you're on drugs. You're involved with yourself. Yes, there could be people in front of you, but you're still involved with yourself and everything. Like, you can't even talk to them. They think you're effing stupid if they're not doing the same thing you're doing. Who wants to be around drug people? Who wants to be around boozers? Who wants to be around people that don't use their brains? Who wants to be around with people who just repeat what they heard? Stop for a moment. Listen. Listen. What is that chiming telling you? You just feel the sound wailing within yourself. Well, I think I'm going to sign off and think about it. I'll be back again because this is a discussion about what do we want from our life? What do we want? And what are we prepared to do about what our wants? Yes, we won't survive the war, Risha. No one will. Remember that. No one will survive. We'll all be dead. And then, what are you going to do with a whole bunch of corpses everywhere? The birds, the ants will have food. Is that the kind of world we want? With all this like BS talk? There's weapons that yeah, they haven't been seen by the majority of people. They're techniques. You even take Dubai, right? The deluge they had, a whole year and a half of rain in a few hours. That wasn't because they didn't put the right amount of salts, etc., in the sky. No, think about it. Think about it. They've been seeding the clouds for decades. Decades. In fact, seeding the clouds has been going on for decades. Actively, probably since, First or Second World War. It's old technology. So don't tell me they didn't have the right recipe, the right amount to put in. Oh, and you can say maybe since like Fukushima in 2000, in March 11th, 2011, I think it was, something like that. All the nuclear elements, strontium, cesium, cesium, etc., influence the composition of the seeding of the clouds. Uh-uh. No, no, no. Uh-uh. It's been going on prior. It's been going on prior. They know all that. They know all that. Yes. So we have a lot to talk about and a lot to think. So think about what I said. Who is going to be who? And Kennedy? What's Kennedy going to do? Is he going to say no war? Is he? No war under no circumstances? Maybe. Maybe not. Or maybe who's going to get the chance? Who's going to take us to peace? Peace. We want peace. 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 P-A, not P-I. We don't want to be in pieces. We want the end of warfare. The end. It is no game. No game. All right. So thank you very much. And if you please put your comments. It's a heavy topic, I acknowledge. But it has to be spoken to. It has to be exercised. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Let's get back on that ship. And yes. Yes. P-I. No. P-E. Yes. 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 Think of the children, everybody. Think of the children. Think of old people. Think of everybody. Stop being stoned. Stop being stupid. Stop playing games. Stop thinking, oh, it's the white people, it's the black people, it's the brown people, it's the yellow people. No, no. It's deeper than that. Deeper. Much deeper than bullshit. Bullshit. Mm-hmm. Just remember that some people you'll never be good enough no matter what. No matter what you do, what you say, what you wear, how you look. You'll never be what they are because maybe they're not exactly human and maybe they're not exactly nice and maybe they're a lot more effed up than you can even imagine. Maybe. And maybe you just might be right. Anyway, well, we'll cut this and until another time. Thank you very much.